large creatures, including horsemen, mounted characters, first of all, they do not, they can go anywhere on the battlefield. They're not considered to be disengaged or having to disengage. They just go anywhere they want. You can oppose that if you have an appropriate weapon like a polearm, something you can brace, you can oppose that movement. But otherwise, they just move. And you can try to oppose it with a strength. But against a large creature, you're -2 SL, -2 off your success level, or -20 off the roll to oppose that. So they're bigger. Now, I keep trying to break an old habit. The size modifiers that you'll see in the book are for range combat. For melee, you get a +10, not a +20 for every size difference, because you've got large, then enormous, then monstrous creatures that you can go against. So if you're up against a monstrous, that's a +40. If you're up against a large, it's a +10.
Wouldn't it be 30?
No, +10 for the melee, and then you get the 2-on-1 right now against this guy, so it'd be +30.
Oh, okay.
For the 2-on-1.
No, I meant the other way around. I thought they were in tiers of 3. Like you said, it's +10 instead of +20.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and it's like there's the 3 tiers.
Yes, there's.
No, I'm sorry, 'cause I was just looking at the book. I'm not going by any handout that you have. I'm just going by what the book said.
Right. It's large, enormous, and monstrous are the 3 different sizes. So you get a +10 for every level difference. And if you're firing a ranged weapon, that's where you get the +20, +40, +60. They're easier to hit because they're so big. All right. So do we have everybody in? I see Door. Yep. Fractured. You're in?
Yep, I'm here.
Yay. All right. So. Now, welcome to session 4. And at this point, you've been tasked with finding a 3-legged goblin that ran away from a circus at the fair, and he escaped into the sewers. You traced his blood trail to a room with a door that leads into the sewers. And in this room was a pentagram, also the bones of that goblin you were searching for. He's dead. And as you entered the room, a demon manifested out of black smoke. And this demon came up and suggested you leave, which of course you guys didn't. And combat has ensued. And just before that door, you saw a body that was caught up on some obstruction, a bunch of branches that collected in the sewer. And that body, as you flipped it over, had its heart ripped out, cut out. And so where we pick this up, we are in the second round of combat, second or third.
Oh, a note of clarification for recording's sake. For anybody watching VODs. We remembered that I was supposed to have rolled a cool check. Though I am fearless, fearless is just a bonus to set cool check, and anybody looking at the recording can see that we went back, the cool check was rolled, and I passed.
All right. So, however, Alberic did not, but he used a resolve. Yes. And Evo did not. You did not use a resolve, Evo. Dor Inara did not, and he has no resolve at the moment, nor did Lady Tefane. She doesn't have resilience either. Garrett has not gone into the room yet, therefore he hasn't had to make a roll, and Hardball passed with flying colors. All right, so here we go. So at this point, Alberic, this thing just starts running down this way. And you have a choice. You can let it go or you can try to oppose it. But if you oppose it, you're -2 SL off your roll, or -20 off the roll.
Is there a particular consequence for failing that oppose roll?
It's if you fumble or whatever, you could get knocked prone. If if you try to oppose him and you fail, you're going to get pushed back, and then you have to make a athletics roll to stand up. Otherwise, you fall down. You go prone.
I'll try to oppose it. How do I make my strength level to like?
Go to your, let me get his character sheet up too. Go to core stats, and under strength or S, there's a button, and you roll it.
All right. Oh, and you'll subtract the 2 yourself?
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. And he, okay, so at this point, he just starts moving through. You try to stop him. He just takes an arm and pushes you to the side. This is not an attack, so you're not going to take damage. You need to make a athletics. That's under skills. And make an athletics check. You can use agility or strength, depending on which one's higher. And try to stand up, keep up. Otherwise, you're going to fall.
Athletics is agility or strength. Let me see which one's higher.
Yeah. You just click on the AG, and then you get a drop down. You get to choose which skill.
It's already with my highest stat, so I'm going to roll.
Go for it. Roll it. You're fine. Okay, so you get knocked over to the side over here, and we'll put you right next to Durak. And this big arm just comes and brushes you aside, and he comes down this way and roars at you, Evo.
Is he disengaging with me?
Yeah, it's automatic. It's not even considered a disengage.
Okay.
You've got a larger creature. So
Pussy.
Evo. Yeah, they go where they want. It even says they push smaller creatures around. And which is why when you are mounted on a horse, it is incredibly powerful. So, Evo, make a coolness. You to hold your ground, or you get a broken condition. And I'm going to start up the music again.
Looks like oh wait, no, it's fear 3, so
No, cool. You're fine. You made it. You stood your ground. And so he stops for a moment. He's expecting you to run. You don't. And then he goes this way and roars over this way at you, Dor, and you, Lady Tefane. Both of you need to make coolnesses.
Dumb. Dun dun.
This is challenging, so no modifier. Ooh, just missed. Just
Isn't
missed.
that the exact same roll I rolled last time?
Yeah, you have to roll under your target number. So that's just a almost success. Go ahead, Lady Tefane.
Okay. Cool test.
Uh-huh. And what'd you roll? There we go. You're fine. Cool as a cucumber. So you hold your ground. At this point, he turns around and goes back here, and he's going to swing at Alberich.
Nice knowing you guys.
And here we go. He does not get a charge. It's too small an area for him to get a benefit of a charge. Otherwise, he'd get a free attack. But he comes in, and you see him fumble.
Hey!
My first roll of the day. Go ahead, make an opposed. And you oppose it. You gain an advantage for that. And the fumble is miss my next action. Okay, so he can't do anything next round. Dor, you've got to run. So you come over here and you hide behind the wall here so you're out of sight. At this point, that's your action. You can't do anything else. So you can make another coolness test to overcome the broken condition.
Right now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So I see the old 2E rules for demons vanishing.
Is that cool enough?
It's cool.
Okay, and so the broken is gone. Now you get to roll again to see if you remove the fear. You get a
I'm
second
sorry,
roll.
what was that?
Roll again. Now you're rolling to remove fear. And nope, you're still afraid, but you've overcome your broken. You're done. Alberek.
All right. Let's see if we can make a telling mark upon this speed attack. That sucks.
Okay. That would be that, and he goes to oppose. And you lose your advantage. He gains an advantage as he knocks your weapon to the side fairly easily. All right. So that's you, Alberek. You lose your advantage. That's set back down to 0. Lady Tefane.
I am going to reload, and I will also make a cool check to shake this fear.
Yep. So your reload, not yet. And then your reload is a crossbow or a ballistic check.
Where does it say you have to do that? I didn't see that anywhere.
Reload 1 for a crossbow.
Oh, so you have to do a ballistics check to reload?
Yeah. They're a little more difficult to reload unless you got a really high ballistics. Nope. Yeah.
Nope.
This is your crossbow, right? It's not a bow.
Yep.
Okay. So you're done there. Hardball. What does he have? Let's see. Yeah, he'll go ahead and he fires a bullet and hits for 12. This cannot be opposed, so that's a 12-point hit to the left arm, and this thing takes some wounds. Actually, it gets a roll to see its demonic roll. Yeah, it takes a little damage, and you see the bullet from the sling graze off the left arm and leave a mark. Evo.
Are there bonuses to specifically attacking an enemy from behind? Or is it just the usual outnumbering?
No, plus 20 for attacking from behind, and he's engaged from the front. However, you're still afraid. You can't approach him.
Right, so another cool roll?
Yeah. At the end of your turn, what do you want to do during your turn?
I suppose, yeah, there's nothing really I can do from range, so I'll just I'll just take a defensive stance, and then
okay,
that's it.
And then go ahead and make your coolness roll. Okay, you remove 1 of the 3. So you still got 2 more to go. So I mark that down to 2, and you're getting there. Garrett.
All right. So I was just checking out leadership, and I think I can yell at people and give them plus 10 to psychology if I succeed.
Yes, you can. Or
right.
if you had advantage, you can also use intuition to gain an advantage, and then you can use leadership to give that advantage to another player.
Yep, I'm learning all new things now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the leadership, and I'm just going to yell at the people in front of me. Is there a limited number of people it affects, or do I have to choose a target?
I think you have to choose a target. Let me go quickly look. But go ahead and roll your leadership while I'm looking this up.
I want to hear an inspiring speech.
I vaguely recall, at least in like the talents related to that, it had to be it scaled with your asset.
Issue orders to a number of targets equal to your fellowship bonus plus SL.
Okay, so I could have done like 4 plus success level, but I did not succeed. So I'm just like looking at Door right now going, come on, you're a powerful wizard, right?
Yeah, actually, that is a very good move. That could have worked. Okay. Actually, no, wait a minute. Hold on. Your SL, your fellowship bonus plus your SL. What's your fellowship bonus?
Ooh, it'd be 4 because I just have fellowship bonus.
-1 is 3. So door and I assume Lady Tiffane, it has to be line of sight. So those you two have +10 on your next rolls. All right.
Yeah, I believe in you guys. Powerful wizard and powerful elves.
Durak, you're up.
All right, moving. Boom.
Rack his shit, Derek!
Attack action. Swinging my axe.
So you're going to attack. This is dual wield?
Yeah, it's always dual wield.
Okay. So you get, go ahead, make your roll. You're a +30, +10 for his size, +20 for the 2-on-1.
I was almost about to make the cardinal mistake of putting the plus sign in there.
No, don't do a plus
Yeah.
sign. That's never a good thing. And that's a very good roll. Okay.
Nice.
Wow, what a way to start. Okay. So he loses his advantage. You do 18 to the head. Less 3 is 15 to the head. He takes some more wounds. And you get a critical to the head.
Yay!
Nice roll.
How much?
No modifier.
No
Just
modifier.
Flat. Yeah. 1 stunned. He couldn't do anything this next turn anyway. He misses his next action, so he's out for 2 more turns. Ouch.
Lovely.
And then
Yes.
the dual wield is a 35 as its target number, right?
Now, yeah, so what we do now is we flip that roll. Let's go back here and the dual wield. So the first one hits, the dual wield, target number is -20 off of that. Oh, wait a minute.
No, because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a critical. You take the critical roll
Yeah,
number.
you take the critical roll. And so that's -20 though is your target number because your offhand is offhand penalty -20. So that's going to be a 98.
55? Okay.
And your roll is 35, so that's a +6 critical. So that's +6 success level, +8, +14. He takes more wounds. Plus he takes wounds from the critical itself. Okay. 25 and boom, boom. So you see this frenetic. Oh, and you do 1 more damage with each hit because of frenzy. Don't forget that.
Right.
Um,
Also, I'm
and
not
you
done
are
yet because I
also-
still have a free action attack, which will be
Yeah.
dual wield too.
And wait a minute, you also get a +1 SL for frenzy, so that's 2 more. All right,
Good
go
grief.
ahead. And now frenzy, you get to go again.
Remind me, if I use a point of resolve, I can just name my own number.
Oh,
Right?
he gets to actually try to oppose that second one too. Let's go ahead and oppose that.
Even worse.
And nope, he does not. And now, second attack. Go ahead.
That question I just asked. Resolve is the one I can use just to name my own number, right?
Resilience. Yes.
I'd like to use resilience.
Well, make a roll first. But go
I
ahead.
have to make the roll first? Okay.
Yeah, because you might get no.
yeah,
one.
but we know that's not going to happen. I've been rolling dice all day.
Okay.
Let's see, 30.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay.
still like to name my own number.
Okay. So that he goes to oppose that. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, so that's another 18.
Kick his ass.
Now,
Kick his
you get
ass.
to choose resilience after, okay, after the rolls.
Right.
And at this point, you just did another 18-point hit to the left arm, and you don't have to use a resilience.
Right, but if I did, I could add a good amount
You
more
could.
damage to that. Here's my question,
you-
though. If I chose resilience and chose to name it... Sorry. Sorry, I was choking there for a second. If I chose to name a number, I couldn't choose a critical number, could I? That has
Yes,
to be
you
rolled?
can.
Okay.
No, yes, you can.
What's the lowest critical
Uh,
number I could choose?
11. However, you don't need to because the second you hit him with that first shot, you see him suddenly you hear a scream, no! And he disappears into smoke.
Alright. Well, then I move into part 2 of this, is where I look at the spot where he was a moment ago, raise both of my axes to the ceiling of this whatever chamber that we're in, I am Durak Hadragar, Demon Slayer! And then I stare down at the rest of you across the way from me, and this sudden look of apathy and depression hits me in the face.
Yeah, you are actually fatigued now.
Yes.
So I'll get a fatigue on you in a second. I'm removing the fears because that object of your fear is gone. And Durak, you are fatigued. All right. So that went faster than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, I've always honestly just standing there kind of gobsmacked at
Yeah.
just how much holy hell Direct just brought down. 'Cause holy shit!
Yeah. Yep. It doesn't help them rolling 92s and 97s, but yes. Dwarf Slayers are beasts. They really are. They're killing machines, but they have weaknesses. So no toughness, no armor.
Yes, garlic.
They need to die.
Specifically, tell your friends it's garlic. That's my weakness.
Garlic. Okay, so you guys
I know that he is secretly an undead.
You guys are in this room. What do you want to do?
Garrett will, of course, walk in casually, having never been frightened. Good job, everyone.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
Durak.
There's an iron cabinet that stands against the back wall. And a small pool of dark liquid is collected on the floor in front of it.
Well, it strikes me that there's a dead body in there. Someone mind collecting the goblin corpse over there? You
I'm
might have
actually-
to bring it back as proof as well.
hmm
But there's other things to worry about here, too.
You
While they're
probably
chit-chatting,
search
I'm
this
gonna look around and also check for anything that's magical.
I'll
searching
go
would
and
be a good
retrieve the
idea.
body.
Okay. You go. Okay, so one at a time. I heard many things at once. So, Dor, go ahead and make a perception for detect magic.
Wow. Can I reroll that?
Now you can reset your fortune and your resolve up to your current resilience and fate point level.
Hallelujah.
Can I reroll that?
Yeah, if you wish.
Nope.
Ooh.
Can I
Okay,
pretend I
that's
didn't reroll that?
no, that's all right. This wasn't a language magic. You don't sense any magic going on in here. But there is a cabinet. I mentioned that, the iron cabinet, and there's also a desk.
Garrett will
That's-
go over to the desk first.
And Albrecht will check the cabinet.
Okay. Let me see. All right. You check the cabinet. Okay, so that's Garrett. So we've got Dor. Lady Tefane, who was going after the body? Evo, was that you or
Yeah, I
Albrecht?
think it was Evo.
Yes, Evo will be the one to go and retrieve the dead goblin.
The dead goblin right here. Okay. So there's just a scattering of bones right now. The demon picked him pretty clean. You want to pick up the pelvis or the whole thing?
Would the pelvis be pretty clear indication of that this was the goblin?
Yeah,
It's definitely
three
got a
legs.
third socket.
Yeah, it's got three
So
legs.
yeah, I'll just grab that.
Okay.
Ugh.
So you have that. Lady Tefane, what are you doing?
I guess she'll search the room if there's any
Make a
valuables there.
perception plus 20.
Hey,
Very good. There is a small handkerchief that dropped over here. It's red. And as you pick it up, it's monogrammed F.S.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
Garrett, as you look at the desk doesn't seem to have much going on. It looks like it may have been used, who knows, just for general writing, but you're not finding anything unusual. There's no parchment lying around, no letterhead, so to speak, or anything like that. I didn't have a figure, but in the middle here is a goat's head.
Oh God.
Didn't have a icon. Yeah, goat's head right there. And what everybody make a intelligence roll.
Oh no, my worst stat, I
This
think.
is off of core stats, so straight up intelligence roll.
Does the fatigue apply to intelligence as well?
Smart.
Yeah, it applies to all tests.
Everything. Got it.
So if you want to make it simple, put a -10 modifier on your core stats across the board.
Couldn't be dumber.
This goat isn't native to the region.
Do I get +10 for his little cheering on earlier?
For psychology, no, this isn't a psychology roll. Okay. However, Garrett, you've seen this before. This whole symbol, the pentagram with the goat's head. There was a booth in the fair, Ordo Septentarius.
What about me?
Ooh.
Well, you didn't make your roll, did you? Or did
Yeah,
you?
+2.
Did we pass
yeah.
by or interact with that fair attraction at all
No,
then?
you did not.
Dun
Okay.
dun.
Just to be clear, it wasn't like one of the ones that like tried to rob us or something. Okay.
No. Not at all.
So very interesting. I think we might have some people we want to go question with force.
So, fair adventures that I'm with and dwarf. Do we really want to bring this up? The humans can be a very suspicious species.
If there's chaos lurking in the bloody sewers, and that's the whole town's problem. So, one way or another, we probably need to see to that quickly.
I cannot fear machinations, elf. Do what you will.
Okay. Now, the cabinet, on the other hand, Garrett, as you go to enter it.
Oh, I thought that was Albrecht the one there.
No, it's Garrett who's checking the desk in the cabinet. Or did Albrecht, you went to the cabinet?
Yes.
I'm sorry, go put yourself there. My bad.
Okay, so about the same time then.
It's actually Ordo Septenarius. Ordo Septenarius. No points for you today. Okay, so you go to the cabinet and you go to try to open it. And even though it doesn't look like there's a locking mechanism, it looks locked. It's not opening. You're trying to open it and it's simply not opening at all.
Evo chips in. Want me to have a hand at forcing that?
Go ahead,
That
put
would be
yourself up
nice.
there, Evo. Both of you make or one of you, Alberic, make a strength with an assist at +10.
Albrecht, what's your strength at?
35.
36. I'll take this.
Go for it. So you're now at put +10 modifier, make a roll.
Because there's a focus of something suspicious. Is there any chance I can specifically check that for magic?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a perception +20.
You gotta be kidding me.
And actually, as you get closer to it, go ahead, you roll again. You touch it and you feel it's definitely magic. It's been locked. Magic lock of some type. You want to try to dispel it?
Sure, why not? That sounds fun.
Okay.
Hold up, fellas. Let me have my hand at this one.
Yeah, actually, this is the first time we've done a dispel. If the spell has a lasting effect, you may attempt to dispel. Extended language test. So when your SL reaches the casting number of the ongoing spell, you successfully dispel it.
So it's the same thing as counter?
Yeah, so make a language magic. +3.
I talk to it so strongly.
Keep going. Don't fumble. That's still a... There you go. And the critical automatically dispels it by itself. And you dispel, and you guys, all of you see a light come off of the cabinet as this thing is dispelled, as the magic around it is released. And you open the cabinet.
I do not open it. I
Who's
step
opening?
away.
Who is opening?
Albert will. He's brave.
Okay. Let me find
I would
it.
like to point out that both of us are almost dead.
Are you?
As you open...
I'm over my max wounds.
Oh, did you take
still.
a crit?
Yeah, I took a crit back in the boxing match, which was never successfully healed. Or I got a couple points of healing, but not enough to put me under my max wounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't get any additional healing. You guys can buy healing droughts. Healing droughts will heal automatically your toughness bonus in wounds, but you can only take one per encounter. One per, you can't just start guzzling a ton of them. Okay, as you open this cabinet, you see a human skull with an iron band riveted around the temples. It's a huge skull, unusually big. And you see a blood-stained knife lying on a silver tray.
Silver tray, yoink.
This is some bad mojo.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to actually take a couple steps away from all the magical nonsense.
Yeah, that seems like a smart idea.
Is the stuff inside of it actually radiating magic? Or?
You touch it, you get a sense it's part of magic. It's not magical in and of itself, but it has a residue of magical energy. So it was used in some sort of magical ritual of some type.
Okay, so it seems like these are not inherently magical themselves, but they were definitely used in a ritual of some sort.
Well, I think we can put 2 and 2 together on that one a little bit.
And all of you now get to make an endurance, +20.
Or +10.
+10 for you.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Evo, you take a point of corruption. Garrett, you're fine. Durek, you're fine.
Oh, wait, if that's for everybody up there, I wouldn't have been up there
Oh.
anyway. I'm still down here where I fought the fight.
No. That's for everyone around the demon.
Okay.
We're just getting around to it. Alberic, you take a point of corruption. Dor, you take a point of corruption. And that's on the core stats page, sin and corruption.
Well, shit. And this
you
is
can
why
take-
you just don't touch chaos if you can help it.
So, how about giving us a brief about what corruption is, since this is a new thing?
Corruption is you take up to your toughness bonus plus your willpower bonus in corruption points. And unless you have pure soul talent, in which case you can take more. And when you get to that level, then you're rolling on the corruption chart. You determine whether it's mental or physical corruption. For elves, it's automatically mental. And then you roll on another chart to see what happens. And if your mental corruption is some type of insanity, physical corruption is some type of mutation. So
and if you get enough, you effectively cease to be a player character, correct? As you become
No, there's ways
Wait,
of
take it
dealing
back there.
with
Nice.
mutations.
Well, I remember in second edition, the chances of you becoming a chaos spawn were getting bigger and bigger, and that's when you became an NPC.
Right.
Because it's hard to play a chaos spawn because they have no intelligence.
This would be a problem, yeah.
This is they brought forward the 2E rules in which you would roll on that mutation chart.
Yeah.
Which was, what, a die 1,000?
Oh yeah, it was D1000, and then there were specific
Yeah.
smaller charts for each chaos god.
Exactly. And so it's the same concept, just a little simpler.
Oh yeah, it's much smaller. I looked.
I'm sure they're going to eventually come out with expansion after expansion.
The new Tomb of Corruption.
Yeah,
Tome of Corruption.
And they'll redo everything into 4E simply because they're going to make money.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you want to do with the skull, the silver platter, and the bloodied knife?
First thing I
Very
do.
nice.
Well, Albert
knife.
took the platter.
Okay, so you've taken the, what about the skull and the knife?
That seems like evidence.
I agree. We need to bag that and take it with us.
That seems like something I'm never touching again.
Yeah, don't touch it, but put it in a bag and bring it to whoever's in charge to say, yeah, there's...
Someone have a pouch?
Hey, could it
or
count as
bag?
a troll skull for Durak?
Anyone have a bag or a pouch or a backpack?
I think
Or
everybody
you
does.
left that
Let's
all
see
at the
here.
hotel?
One
Did you leave
moment.
that at the hotel?
I mean, I have a pouch.
I have a purse. It's not going to fit in that, though.
I also have a pouch.
How big is a pouch?
It can hold up to 2, and it weighs 1. This is how you can overload. If you have a backpack, it can carry up to 4, but it weighs 2. So you can fit 4 and only get dinged 2. And let me go take a look. This is under equipment, packs, and containers.
So I hate to be that guy, but you're just throwing out numbers. I have no idea what that means. How much is a skull numbers?
So here's
the skull encumbrance is a 1. It can fit into a pouch barely.
So here's a ghetto solution. I'm wearing a cloak right now. I'll go ahead and take the cloak off and just wrap it up and
That's fine.
That'll work.
I'll just wash it later.
Okay, that's fine.
So
against the tree.
So the skull into the headpiece of your cloak, just wear it like a helmet.
Oh God.
Be any PvP character in an MMO.
All of you make a lore, if you have it, lore Reichland, which really should be renamed to lore Empire, but
I do not have that. I'm an elf.
yeah, elves don't have
I know more about trolls than I do this country.
Alberek, take a really good look at that skull, and you think it may be a Chaos Warrior.
Yeah, he'll tell everybody.
I do not believe this is something we want to have in our possession.
Well, again, this is evidence. We're going to probably bring this to an authority and tell them about the terrible danger that faces them.
And if we bring this to an authority, there's also a good chance that a witch hunter is going to take a nice visit to us and kill us.
You want to bring this corrupting influence?
I'm going to give them the response I would give to anyone in that situation, which is a firm middle finger that they stay out of the way and let the actual authority decide what to be done.
The man doesn't like his hands.
All right, so you guys are pretty much done here? Yes? No?
I think so. I think it's definitely time to head to the surface.
Okay. You go back the way you came, and the first thing you notice, everyone, I want a marching order down here.
I'll still take the lead.
And who's carrying lanterns?
I still got the torch.
Are you still doing the light spell door?
Oh, quick thought. Should we see about destroying the goat skull?
Fractured, are you still doing the light spell?
It lasts for 2 hours, I think.
It's past 2 hours. Yeah.
We've been
You
in the
need-
sewer for 2 hours?
Oh, hell yeah. It's slow going. And you've just gone
Fun
through.
times.
You have
Oh,
no
you can always just
idea.
cast
You've
it again.
gone
Or just
through
take
over
another torch.
half
Albert
the.
left torch.
Well, no, it's
Yeah.
that since I was in the lead with 2 axes, one in each hand, he had cast light on one of my axes. That's why I'm asking if you are continuing this.
I'm trying to.
Go ahead, roll again. Just don't fumble. Yeah, you're fine.
To be fair, it's Lore of Shadows for a reason.
All right, so you get to extend the duration. What's the normal duration of that?
2 hours.
So the extension, you get to extend the duration 4 hours. So plenty of time. Durak, Alberek, Tefane, as you guys are walking up, you see a very large, almost looks like a snake, but it has suckers underneath.
Oh,
And it's big and then getting smaller and smaller up to the tip. And you see it come out of the water. You can't see what it's attached to. And it wraps around the body here.
oh.
And bloop, you see it taken quickly underwater.
Point that out and go, ah!
Let's not go in the water then.
Honestly, don't care.
Yeah.
It's just another thing.
Well, don't dip your feet in. That's all I'm going to say.
It's a sewer. Maybe don't tip your feet in anyway.
Bit late for that.
Yeah, actually, some of you are already mucky.
Yeah, I waded through it. I'm a dwarf. I'm also
Waded
very
through it,
close to
yeah.
the...
And also the one of you fell in. I think it was you, Alberek, right?
It was me. Though.
Evo. And Evo. You didn't take any open wounds during your combat. Did you take any damage in this combat?
I did not take any in this combat.
Okay, Alberek, you did. So if you fall in the muck again, you have a chance of getting a festering wound.
Delightful.
Okay. And you guys start heading back the same way you came. Anyone have navigation? Lady Tefane?
Nope.
I think I have track, but that's about it.
Roll a track. You
Okay.
want to follow again the blood trail of the goblin to get yourself back out.
Okay.
To be fair, navigation's a basic skill.
Oh, I know exactly where to go.
Oh, perfect.
And yes, you do. You come to the first area where you've got to actually cross over. Let me change maps here back to the sewers so you see what I'm talking about. You've come to another junction, one of these things right here. And the shortest spot where you can actually cross is 3.5 feet roughly. That's what you have to leap. So
Would it be possible for one of us to be on the other side ready to grab him?
yeah.
Like an
So who wants to go first?
I mean, I'm already going to march across through it, so I don't need to make the jump. So if you want me to try and catch somebody as they jump across, that seems like the best.
Hairball gets on your shoulders again.
I
And
refused to do that the first time. Why would I do this a second time?
Oh, you did? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you. Oh.
No, I think he was on my shoulders.
Yeah.
First time.
Okay. So you're crossing through the muck as well, or you're going to leap?
Me?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take my chances with the jump.
All right. Everybody make a athletics plus 20.
They have a assist bonus for me trying to catch them on the other side.
Yeah, I'll give a plus 10.
So 30 total?
Lady, yeah, you make it. Uh-huh. Plus 30 total. Garrett, you
plus
have
20,
no
Mike.
problem.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna
Evo.
spend a fortune because that's ridiculous.
And plus 30 for Harball. Oh, and Harball actually makes it. So he gets across. Evo and Alberic. Alberic, do you want to reroll?
I do have one reroll left, I believe.
I'm rerolling.
You make it easily.
Yeah,
Dwarf,
I'll spend a fortune on that.
you
Mine was plus
made
20.
it. You made it. Yep. And Alberic, finally. So reroll.
That's a hell of a target number.
That was a mistake. That
Yeah.
should have been a plus 30, and it made it
Plus.
a 300.
Yeah, so just don't put plus in, just reroll
I
it.
didn't put a plus. I put in 30 and that 0. And what I had done was I selected a 0 with a.
Yeah, you put plus
no-
300.
Yeah.
An extra 0.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it
Reroll.
added a 0 without me trying. So
I'll let
reroll.
Yeah, I won't take that roll. Go ahead. I'll let you reroll.
Yeah, because for some reason when I had the 0 selected, it didn't override it. It just added it to the.
Yep. What's your move?
Hold on, let me check. That's under core stats.
Yeah,
Should be 4.
4
Yeah,
less
it's
1
4.
is 3, and you fall short right into the drink. Okay, so you come out of it. Actually, let me make a percentile roll. Yeah, that thing is not paying attention to you guys right now.
Oh,
It's
literally
eating.
the one person you were specifically warning not to fall in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So festering wound. Let me go check that. You get an endurance roll to overcome it. And there we go, festering wound. Okay, make an endurance plus 20 endurance test, period. Because of where you're at right now.
I got a 38. My target is 35.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't add the plus to it.
So
yeah, that's plus, yeah, it's close. Okay, so and how do you correct that? I see what it is. Okay. So you get out. The few couple of the wounds you took from the demon is covered in muck, and you know what? So you immediately try to dry that off, and the harball comes and tries to help as well, because that's going to be not good for you. All right, and so that's the first area you cross, and then you continue down for a way. Somebody roll percentiles for me, please. Just out of the dice roller. What's the roll?
89.
How much? What is it?
89.
89.
89. Ooh, this is new.
Instant death. Entire party. Good game, guys.
I know.
GG, now re.
Okay, Durak, make a perception.
Instant death. Good game, guys. Let's see. Target number's 24.
Yeah.
I got a minus 10.
Yep. Okay.
I'm as dumb as I am blind. One eye, guys.
You trip over something that you didn't notice that was sticking out of the walkway. A drain pipe, small one coming out, and you didn't even notice it, and so you trip. You automatically take 1 wound regardless of armor and toughness, and you get to make a initiative test.
One sec.
Or
One wound.
Make an athletics, actually. Athletics, and to not fall into the affluent, but that doesn't really matter for you.
Does not. Also,
Would we not have helped with that perception?
What's that?
Specifically with our keen eyes and one.
Yeah, the rest of you see it.
I was going to say, I do like that this roll turned into my worst stat, but then again, all my stats are bad. Except for one. Wow, 90s, man. All 90s.
Okay. So
I drown.
You fall straight into the water.
Yes, we'll call it water for now.
Yeah, the affluent. And
There is some percentage of water in there.
You're helped out. and pissed off, as slayers usually are. And you guys continue on. There is a second such passage where you have to cross, where you have to leap across. So we're going to do same song, second verse. Durak, you go across first.
Yep.
And everyone else make an agility plus 30. Athletics plus 30, sorry.
Easy.
What else know how to leap?
Everyone except for Alberek
Nice.
again. Alberek, you're 4 feet. Yeah, you just make it.
So
Alberek, you made
tying your target number doesn't count as a success?
Tying your target number is a success, but it's an SL0. He could have missed this and it'd still be an SL0,
Huh.
which is 4 feet, which is just enough to get across, with everybody on the other side just sort of grabbing along. He rolled a -1 on his last roll. That's why he fell just a little short. And you guys eventually can see faint light off in the distance where the goblin entered the sewers. From a sloping passageway, you can't see the actual bar grate that he sneaked through, but you can see the light from it. And you know the manhole cover is still open, but you can hear it's dark now. And so you can hear the sounds of the city above. You can't really see a whole lot of light.
Quick question. Probably a super dumb question, and maybe it wasn't me not paying attention. Did we take the corpse of the goblin with us?
Yes, I have it in.
Okay.
I have it with me.
That is just a quick moment of, wait a second, where's our proof?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I
everyone-
tried to make sure of that.
Yeah, everyone make a perception plus 20, please.
What about us? What else?
Same. If it's you have acute hearing, you get an extra plus 10.
What do your elf eyes see?
Alright, so I would have SL5.
Yes.
What do your elf ears hear?
Most of
They are
you
bigger.
hear a door closing. It's coming
Oh.
from down the passageway over here. And through the faint, actually, I'm sorry, I misstated. There is no light coming from the far end where the goblin entered because it's dark. My bad. But you hear it's coming further down the passageway, farther past the manhole entrance, where you can now see the ladder.
Garrett's gonna
Also-
put like a finger up to his face and just kind of point down that way, and then begin going down that direction quietly to try to find that door.
Okay, as you go down, you think the sound came from a minor sewer entrance. So go and take a look at minor.
Oh.
They're only 3 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet. That's 5. 5 by
Yeah.
5. So anybody tall is going to have to sloop. And there is some effluent coming out of it. So you're going to get mucky no matter what if you go in there. But from further, it sounds like it came from down there somewhere.
Don't forget that a couple of us have night vision too.
This is
Right.
true.
Say half of
I
us
really
do.
have
Holding
night
it.
vision.
Currently, I'm holding a torch because I don't, though. So
I mean-
could try to proceed quietly, but the light could give me away. Someone who has night vision could crawl in there if they really want to, though.
I'm throwing this out there. I am already covered in shit. I am very small, and I have night vision.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
So, no reason for you Taris to get all messed up, and I know you elves are so la-di-da.
Okay. As
Let's
I
you
guess so,
walk,
dwarf.
as you walk down this 5-foot tall circular pipe, and your feet are covered in muck, you go maybe like 30 yards in, maybe 30, 40 yards in. You can't really tell the exact distance. And you see a small door on the right side built into this pipe.
Literally has to be a small door.
It's very small, and it's also curved in a manner like it's actual stone, but you can definitely see a keyhole, and you can definitely see an area where you push to actually open it.
Like dwarven small?
Like 3 feet max.
Like
Just
Alice
so
in
that-
Wonderland small.
Like Alice in Wonderland small, exactly.
I mean, I'll try to push it open.
It's locked.
I'll try harder to push it open.
You can try to break the lock. Maybe.
Sure.
You want to do that? Okay. Make a weapon skill.
Oh, weapon skill. Okay.
Weapon
Don't we have a
skill.
thief or something with us?
And this is automatic. This is actually easy, plus 60.
We have an outlaw and a spy, both of which aren't
Mhm.
necessarily good at unlocking doors, unfortunately.
Okay, so you do 9 plus your regular, what's your strength bonus? Plus 4? So,
yeah.
okay, and so plus 8, plus 17. So you hit it really hard with your axe, and the lock breaks. And at this point, I would normally drop you down to private. Do we want to do that? Some sort of private?
Acceptable.
Sure.
Makes sense to me.
Hold on, I'll drag us.
Does that work? In
Yeah, it'll work. I mean, whatever channel I'm in is the one that gets recorded.
We'll leave the channel, and then when you're done, just message it in the chat.
No. I'm gonna drag me and him somewhere real quick.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, what channel's least likely to ever get used? Oh, I know. Alright, there we go.
Okay. You push this open, and you see a cellar. And they've actually carved out, it's a dirt cellar, and it's been carved out where this pipe is coming in. So you can see the pipe part, and they've taken all the dirt away to make the pipe visible, so they could build this door in. This room has barrels and crates, and as you come in, you see 3 men